Welcome back, America. It's Hugh Hewitt. I spent yesterday afternoon reading the petition for a writ of mandamus to the D.C. Circuit to direct Judge Sullivan to dismiss the case against Michael Flynn. This is such an embarrassment to prosecutors, Justice Department officials, and judges everywhere. The abuse of power directed at General Flynn, the miscarriage of justice perpetrated on him by rogue agents at the FBI, and now the antics of Judge Sullivan are a scar on American justice. And my D.C. Circuit, I served as a clerk on the D.C. Circuit from 1983 to 84 for Judges George McKinnon and Roger Robb. And as I tweeted out this morning, it was a very diverse circuit. We had old school law and order conservatives like McKinnon and Robb. We had civil rights warriors like Skelly Wright and Spots Robinson and David Bazelon, though Judge Bazelon was in his declining years and did not take part even in the en banc and even in the gatherings of the judges. He was senior circuit at that time. But we had some pretty big names, Bork, Scalia, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Ken Starr. We had a wide variety of ages and judicial approaches, and they would have punted Judge Sullivan out of there in about 5 seconds. I expect this writ to be granted immediately, because what is going on with Judge Sullivan is nuts. It's absolutely nuts. The petition seeks an order directing the district court to grant the Justice Department's motion to dismiss its criminal case against former National Security Advisor to President Trump, Lieutenant General Michael Flynn. The government moved to dismiss the information charging a violation of 18 U.S.C. 1001 after an internal review by the United States Attorney Jeffrey Jensen unearthed stunning evidence of government misconduct and General Flynn's innocence. That's how it begins. They seek specific relief. 1, to grant the Justice Department's motion to dismiss. 2, to vacate its order appointing amicus curiae. And 3, reassign the case to another judge. Of course you'd want another judge, because Judge Sullivan just lost his mind. It really is the craziest damn thing I have ever seen in a court, a federal court. I've seen some state courts do some things like prior restraints and crazy stuff, because their judges aren't very good. But federal judges, whether they're appointed by Democrats or Republicans, pass this minimum bar that you don't see crazy stuff. Judge Sullivan is involved in crazy stuff. Here he is just trampling on the Constitution, separation of power. There is no case or controversy before him. Neither the Justice Department wants to prosecute, nor does General Flynn want to plead guilty. And so he's making up. Judge Sullivan is making stuff up. And the writ of mandate, the petition for a writ of mandamus, is it's not that long. Go and read it for yourself. I tweeted out. If you follow me on Hugh Hewitt at Twitter, you can go to the link. It's completely dispositive that there's a case, Fokker, that is binding. Even if you didn't know anything about the law, you can read this and say, oh, they got to throw this out. And they need to throw this out. Now, I got to find the real Judge General Flynn Legal Defense Fund. I'm not sure which one is it. So I can tell people about it, because it is outrageous, but it was filed yesterday. It should be done today. And what about the Obamagate scandal? Should we have members of Team Obama brought before the Senate? Tom Cotton on Fox News with Sandra Smith yesterday said this, cut number 1.
Yes, I do. The Congress needs to get to the bottom of exactly what the Obama administration and the FBI was doing in the final days of the campaign in 2016 during the transition to spy on the Trump campaign, and it would appear to disrupt the peaceful transfer of power, a hallmark of our republic going back more than 200 years. Just last week, we learned that almost 40 Obama administration officials had unmasked the name of General Mike Flynn. Some of them may have had legitimate reasons to do so, career intelligence professionals.
The attack on the peaceful transition, the attack on the peaceful transfer of power, usually cooperative, by the way. Sometimes they don't like each other much. Hoover and FDR rode pretty quietly in the car up to the Capitol. I don't think Obama liked Trump. I think although Bush had a bunch of us back to the Oval Office the last Wednesday of his presidency to urge us to go easy on President Obama. That's what you normally do. You don't try and sabotage the incoming team. But that's what Comey and gang did, and where it reached, we don't know, but we should find out. I'm coming right back on the Wednesday morning edition of the Hugh Hewitt Show.